Vakarinė. Full disclosure, a young woman called me broken on a Zoom meeting, and it was irritating as shit, so I had to write this book to exorcise her from me. Now look how we are bound. I come from witches, all masters of contention, reverberation, shedding. I'd already done most of the research for some totally unrelated thing, I thought. Then something happened. Now I think it's funny that I thought that, because then I did more research. It taught me a new thing. I already knew about the snakes and the ages and most of the names, that I was fragile and vain. After all, I come from articulate, scholarly women. I learned about pi. Not the pedophile information exchange, I already knew about them. I still know almost nothing about Proto-Indo-European. Get this, it's a made-up language. The combined speculation of sounds moving backward in time is projected by linguistic scholars and etymologists. But since I already knew that scholars were dicks, I had myself a really interesting time learning what little I did. Figured out what philosophy is for a while back. Mutual masturbation and boring you to death. Just, not in public. So I didn't waste too much time on it. But what a trip. It was the first thing I did after she said it, to figure out what was happening. She called it medicine. Me sharing how broken I was. I almost called the book that, Broken Medicine. I thought, you are a sociopath. But I didn't say anything. What kind of a warrior? What would my ancestors think? White girl talking medicine at me. Fuck her. Don't get me wrong. I'm indoor pale. A pale, big-toothed stray of unknown origin. My ancestors could have come from any of these cultures. Or none. It wouldn't matter. Tannable, passable, genetic mystery to myself, I let nothing keep me from learning about our greater family, or trying to hold some space of my own. How else do our desir live on but through she and I? But bullshit is bullshit, and that shit pissed me off. So I'm looking up all these things like a newborn, as if I know nothing, because maybe I'm arrogant and petty. Maybe negation is the root of creativity. I should thank her for the inspiration. If I think I know, I won't look. Or even if I think I'm looking, I won't see. So I go in naked, all my feelings up front, even though I'm angry. I'm mostly scared that with her and so many, the cycle will endlessly repeat, that she will heed no warning. Repress and mock her own fears, refuse to face them or their justifications, and then we'll see, in about 30 years, what's up with Chica. All my shit comes with me, everywhere I go. Thank the clear goddess of evening. That's where the fertilizer composes, because I can neither hide nor live for spite, because something happened that made me ask. I started writing and changed the title. Hardly broken, sweet, sweet darling. I practice medicine. It grows by starlight, healed from things I pray you never see, never know, never recognize, but I recognize them, because I have my shitty memories with me. I value them immensely, not because I'm glad they happened, not because they were particularly formative, but because they were part of my experience of reality, the only past I know by which I may gauge to forge my future. Living in the moment is for desperate people with nothing to look forward to. I would know. Make no mistake. In this place, at this stage, if you are not a master, you have one. And masters have a plan, and that plan is based on sound experience, deeply rooted, educated, long-lived, ever remembering. Maybe I'm broken and maybe I'm not. People are going to use words however the hell they want. I have grown into a form. I am alive. Like her. Like her, I am not dead yet. So I have not yet finished forming. But I do have a definitive shape, like those who came before, who argumentatively sang us into existence. Maybe the brackets on my tree are like hers. And maybe they're not. Maybe with her and so many, the cycle will endlessly repeat. Maybe it resounds in me. If I already think I'm free, I won't try. Or even if I think I'm trying, I won't succeed. But the Wasi have ever adopted and surrounded me. They teach me to listen. Work smarter. Keep learning. To fight. I must honor them. I had to speak or I could not be free. So I have spoken. I bear my soul wide open, like I'm dying. All my motives up front. Even if some don't value the fertility of twilight, even if it stings my pride to know they think my spirit's broken. Oh well, guess we'll see which plan survives.